Well, hello there and welcome to part 6 of my playthrough of Resident Evil on easy, because it's been ages since I played this game and I'm such a forgetful soul. So we're in the mines. We're going to be attempting to get through the mines. It's not that taxing, but it is its own little section of the game. We tried to use the crank, it didn't work because we need a different type of crank. So we're going to go through here, going to head down these stairs. And this is where the majority of the Lisa Trevor stuff takes place. So I don't pick anything up here. I do near this door because obviously why would I turn down ammo that's just laying there doing nothing.
Is that you, Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
And we have Enrico, poor Enrico,
Stop.
who, well, seems to be laying down on the job
But why?
in the middle of a crisis. You can always trust an Enrico to tell you that Stars is finished and someone is a traitor.
Umbrella set us up.
But I think we know who that is. And poor Enrico's just been... He just had his ass laminated. I mean, he's been assassinated.
Traitor? Who?
Come on, Jill. You can't figure it out. Come on, my lady. You're smarter than this. You know you are. Poor Enrico. My thoughts and prayers are with you, sir. But wait, he's holding something. What could he be holding? The hexagonal crank. Exactly. That's precisely what I needed. Hunter, beware. Hunter, beware. Bang. Straight in there. Pop straight in there for a jump scare. But I'm a bit smarter than that. On occasion. Now, the mines were in the original game, as far as I can remember. They were a part of the original game. But it's just, again, this is just so much better designed. So much darker and moody. I love it. And the atmosphere effects are fantastic as well. Now, that hunter was always going to be there. But so were the acid shells, so we always appreciate that. I tried there to tactically reload the grenade launcher, but it wasn't having any of it, and I believe I know why. Because there's more than one ammo type for it, they decided not to put the tactical reload in there. Because it's a swappable ammo. How all these mechanisms don't cause a cave-in, I'll never know. So we're coming across, we're coming up to a little bit of a boss battle here. But before we do, we have an Indiana Jones moment where you must run, and immediately duck in from where you came from. If you don't, you are going to be slightly thinner than you were before, and definitely a lot more dead. I always go to the back here because there's always a little treat waiting for me. Reload the shotgun, clear up that inventory space because we're going to need it. Now, at this point coming up, you're going to need a knife, but I haven't brought one with me. But you see, that's okay because the game provides you with a second knife. We have mother of all ugly spiders right now. Really unattractive spider. Try to shoot him. I believe that round went straight over his head. These attacks that this spider does are pretty nasty attacks. So I'm just using my acid rounds. There's 2 more spiders here, and you see I pop the spider, get the trophy, and then I leave the room. That clears out the room. The spiders, the other 2 spiders, don't actually come back. I'm just looking for the knife. There's a survival knife. And this is necessary. You can do it with, I believe, flame rounds and a rocket launcher, but you have to slash away at these webs, these extra webs, then go through this door. There's a few herbs here. I'm only going to pick up the green one, get myself back onto fine. I love it when she stands up. Her lady parts bounce. I'm so juvenile, I know. She's a computer sprite, nothing more. Now this one's a little bit of a tedious one. You've got to do it 3 times, and as soon as you finish doing it, as soon as you finish turning this monstrosity of a wall, that boulder's coming straight for you. Now your first instinct is to run, but if you run at it and to your left where this opening has just come in, you actually manage to survive it, and you don't waste too much time. Because you can run back on yourself and run around that corner, but I find it's just quicker to do it this way. Right, time-consuming time again. You've got to turn this statue so it's facing the other way around, and Jill hasn't got the strength to turn this giant stone monstrosity around herself. So you're going to push it up against this telescopic wall, this wall that's going to come out and push the statue out so we can get behind it. But it's kind of crucial that you pull the wall back so you can actually get access to it. We're going to push it onto this little turntable here, which it does get you sometimes. You push it on, then you have to push it off, and then you have to push it back on again to get it to rotate the full 180. So I push it off and I end up on the platform and end up turning. Which I found I was quite exasperated by that. Then I was exasperated by the controller because I couldn't get onto the actual statue, no matter what I did. But then I eventually got it. Now, as long as you keep pushing here, you don't have a problem. If you let go there, she'll just do another turn. Try and get this thing positioned correctly. I believe it's still not direct. Push it into the slot eventually when you positioned it correctly, and you get a donut or a ring cylinder. So we'll come out of here. Like I say, this mine section is not too bad. It's just its own little section, not too taxing, not too much to do, but there are a few points in which you can pretty much get insta-killed. Head to the item box, drop some items off, things that aren't needed anymore, such as the combat knife won't be needed anymore. I've picked those up already. Always nice to pick up some ammo, but again, I finished this game with way too much ammo because it's on easy mode. Now this one threw me a curve because although I've done this so many times, I had a bit of a blonde moment here because you examine this and you've got to turn the ring. Or turn the shaft on the ring and then turn the ring to obviously get the numbers facing you, and you got to line it up. And then for some reason I put it in, and I thought, oh, I'm stupid now because I don't know the code, because I didn't note the code, I just put it in. And you've got to note the code in order to activate it. Occasionally I'm a moron. I just took like this wild stab guess at it, and it was completely wrong. And I thought, I am such a numpty. But it gives you the shaft back, but it resets the ring, so now you have to realign the ring all over again. And I thought, the numbers are on the bloody shaft. So I can actually view the number now, which is 4231. And that's the order that you put them in. I'm such a numpty. You end up lifting the lift, ironically. You lift the lift. And then who should come by but our good friend Barry?
Barry? Thank God you're safe.
Barry! Thank God you're safe. Hi, Jill.
A noise I
Don't
heard
worry,
brought
I'm
me
not
down
acting
here.
suspicious at all.
I didn't expect to find a place like this.
But Barry, where's your gun? I don't have it in my holster.
Have any idea? as to what
Continuity
might be at the
error.
bottom?
There's only one way to find out.
We went down and we are now gonna have a look. I love the fact that here Barry decides to send the lady
Could be a
to
person.
fight the boss.
Jill.
Like, Jill, you go
Go
check it out. You're a girl.
Had enough surprises for one day. I'll stay here
I've had
and
enough
secure our
surprises
escape
for
route
one
in
day.
case
This is
something
your
happens.
turn.
Okay.
Not suspicious at all. So again, just checking around for some items, because I'm an item hoarder. And conveniently, we've got an inventory space here, which is good. Decide to hang on to all my weapons because, you know, there are many others like it, but these ones are mine. So Lisa Trevor's hanging around like a big loser. I decided to load her with some acid rounds, which don't do very much, and I waste some acid rounds. So I run the other way through this door. It's a bit mazy, this place, so it is easy to get lost. But once you've done it a few times, you do remember these little subtleties. So got the items up here, which are hidden out of sight. Very sneaky indeed of Capcom, of our friend Shinji Mikami. So we're going to pick these items up because obviously we want the ammo. Why wouldn't you? We'll come back down. Over crates again. I'm going to push this box onto the elevator. Well, I say it's an elevator. It is a lift, but it's more like a lot more like a sky ride for pallets. Jill's completed her first day at Amazon Prime, and yeah, she's delivered the package quite well. Very professionally done, Jill. Well done. Back to Lisa Trevor. I don't know why I'm still using acid rounds. It's such a waste. Shotgun, she reacts to it a bit more. There you go. I just want to get past you, mate. That's all I want to do. Barry just abandons us because, you know, oh, I hit the wrong switch, Jill. Oh, I dropped the rope, Jill. Oh, now I've gone and done it. Oh, so sorry in this life-threatening situation. I just can't seem to be completely competent. Ah. We're going to push this box off the lift and all the way over to the compactor to get the broken, useless flamethrower that's useless as a weapon but is great as an item, so we'll just treat it like that. Somewhat recklessly going to be crushing a box without knowing what's in it, but we'll just crush it anyway. Could be anything in there. Could be canisters of gasoline, in which case your eyebrows are toast. Flamethrower, always nice. Aside it's broken flamethrower. It's like, oh, I didn't mean to break it, honest. It was Barry's fault. Barry left me down here in the cold mine. Imagine the smell of that place must be very interesting. That's just me checking my route. Now I skip a step here. Not in the editing process or anything. I just skip a step because I completely forget. You have to extend the prongs before loading up the flamethrower to the wall. So I actually take a few unnecessary hits here. I'm just condensing my magnum rounds again. Just making sure that I'm just saying, oh, I've got 18 of them. So I'm going to swap my ammunition here for some grenade shells, because I think, well, they're going to have a bit more of an impact on our Mr. Trevor. Whichever way you decide to go, she's always there. It's like I've just wasted 2 shots because of her awkward positioning, and she clobbers me. I try and use the flamethrower, but I can't figure out. I can't suss it out as to why it's not working. So I'm sure, if I remember, you've got to put the flamethrower on the wall. Thinking it's got to be a position issue. It really has to be, but it's still not going on. Thinking, why isn't it going on? And then some kind of mechanical hook. The hook is stuck inside the hole, and then I remember, oh, that's right. It's no good me doing this. I've got to go and pull the lever whilst picking up a green herb and healing myself, because I've taken some unnecessary hits because I'm a complete moron who's forgotten what to do. So there's the lever, and you've got a limited time now to go and put the flamethrower in those hooks, and she is right there again. I just think I've had enough of this, so I'm shooting you again. Bang. Timed it right, but still not in the right place to use it. I'm thinking, oh God, will you get on with it already? Still not in the right place to use it. I'm not even facing it. God, that bit was... It was an unnecessary waste of resources. But you got Lisa Trevor's little room here, which I've always find quite tragic. Lisa Trevor is just a pure tragic case. What was done to her was completely unacceptable. So you get this box over here. That's a very important box. And the dagger. Those snakes that come after you, if you keep moving, you don't get hit by them. It's absolutely fine. couple of herbs here, nothing particularly important. Up the ladder. Now we're going to appear here in the old cabin. I'm going to examine the box and get the stone object. Or stone ring. And the photo. The Lisa Trevor photo. There is an item box here, so we can do some organising before we move on. Get the metal object out. If I can find it. It's here somewhere. There it is. Combine those together and you've got the stone and metal object, which matches the other one that you've got. So these will actually go into the door underneath the main stairs in the main hall of the mansion. Trying not to get caught on everything that's around me. At this point I figure it's just a good idea to take some herbage. Combine them together. And off we go. Back to the mansion. I've left enough room or a slot open to pick up the other stone and metal object out of the door that we go through that opened up earlier. Because you do not want to be going back and forth. There are now zombies here. They've clearly woken up from whatever they were doing. Probably being dead. You know, all the way back up now. There's 2 items on this ground that I leave, and those are the aid sprays, I believe. Because I take the ammo because I can use that ammo. I realise, okay, I've got to use my herb because I've got no space to pick up the object that I need. So I've picked it up now, having wasted a herb. I don't believe I was on caution. Combine it with that. And go through the phallic door. Quick shortcut, you don't have to go through the mansion. Just go round the back. Through the gate, around the back of the courtyard, through the bit I didn't edit properly in one of the previous installments. I do apologise for that. And we end up back in the main hall. Open the door at the rear. Another thing they could have done, I suppose, is gotten rid of some of these little cutscenes, especially if you've already met Lisa Trevor. You're not going to be wondering what's on the other side of this door. You're going to be knowing that it's Lisa Trevor because you've already met her. So, could have done with a little bit more tightening up on that, I suppose. And again, I'm stocking up and I'm organising for an encounter that really doesn't mean very much because of the nature of the way that I'm playing this game and the things I want to achieve in this game. I've got 24 magnum bullets, and I realise at this point that I've realised now watching it that I needed really to pick up the medals or the medallions, because you do go straight on after this particular area to into the lab, but you need those medallions. So I have to come all the way back after doing this battle, which I geared up for very little. But on the harder modes and normal mode and whatnot, you will need to stock up. Barry is being
Jill,
shifty still.
You're alive. I was worried because I thought you were...
Silly Barry.
Start talking.
God, that gun looks massive.
Calm down. I didn't want to do it. Believe me, I can explain.
Don't lie to me.
I decide to save Barry at this point because I want to save both him and Chris. Lisa is, well, more than slightly annoyed. I'm going to put it that way. She's more than slightly annoyed.
No time to talk. Jill, hand me my gun.
I'll give the gun back to Barry and
Thanks,
trust him.
Jill.
Thanks, Jill. I appreciate it. Trust him. I get a trust him trophy. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to push these over the side. Barry will deal with Lisa. I just want to get as far away from her as possible every time I'm pushing one of these, because I'm vulnerable while I'm doing it. And she picks up on that. She jumps over. Boom. And it's able, and then enables me to push this over. She gets very close at that point. But as soon as this grave opens and the door opens, she'll grab her mother's skull and seemingly just jump to her peril. So I'll grab the photo, the family picture, of the tragic family picture. And then I get to this elevator and think, oh Christ, I knew I'd forgotten something. So I have to go all the way back to that item box and grab the 2 medallions. Just because I went and forgotten them. All the way up the stairs to this item box. Right here. I should have taken them with me. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, I know why. Because I'm a forgetful bugger. There we go. There's the rounds. I'm actually looking for some shotgun shells at this point because my shotgun is not got much in it at all. I'm stuck with the grenade launcher for now. So we're going to actually head back down and gain access to the laboratory, which is our final stop of the game. Barry just decides to stay here looking impressed or impressive with his gun and leaving me to do all the hard work. Typical Barry. What a slacker. Up we go to the top and we're going to put the medallions in the fountain after I check this door futilely because it just won't budge. In goes the Wolof medal. And in goes the Eagle medal. Pixelated hell once again as the water drains, and I still can't believe they didn't upscale the FMVs. It wouldn't have taken much. Easy peasy. I then decided to go the long way round because what's life without whimsy? Down we go. Once again, hitting the lift, or the elevator. And we are there. We are in the lab. We get a trophy to tell us that we are in the lab, because we are in the lab. That's for on the way out. I found that humorous. First class emergency, rather than a, you know, coach emergency. Anyway, that is the end of part 6. Come and join me for part 7 as we make our way through Resident Evil.